Okay, I've been using this camera for almost a week, and although its tracking accuracy is not 100% accurate, but at least it records in 2K. Connect up this guy. Let me just launch the Mi Home app here, okay, and this Mi 360 Home Security Camera, this guy over here. Okay, it says please insert the needle into the resetting hole of the camera. Okay, I have this iPhone needle.
重置成功，正在启动，请稍后。
Okay, what it says is it's going to reset itself. That's actually my Wi-Fi. Next, so it's supposed to connect via Wi-Fi to the camera.
请用手机扫描机身标签上的二维码，进入配置界面，等待连接。
Okay, there's actually this new network they just created. I'm just going to join it. Okay, done, and I'm just going to toggle that here.
请输入4位数字密码5 4。
Apparently speaking in Chinese, so I'm not sure if it's the same model.
无线网络连接成功。
I'm not sure if it's the same model that they are selling worldwide.
账号绑定成功。
It says everything is successful. Okay, device added. Okay, I'm just going to add this to the living room. HD cam. Okay, next. Okay, let's get started. Just rotate this to point elsewhere. Point it. Oh, turning beyond this point is not possible. Okay, over here we have the camera settings. First option is actually the status light. So if you turn it on, here you can see the little LED there, LED light there. Data usage warning, physical obstruction. Okay, so basically when you turn it on, it's going to hide the lens down the body of the camera. Okay, so I'm just going to set it back on again. Okay, you can even schedule when you want to set this thing to be obstructed. Okay, image settings. Okay, watermark, there's this timestamp there that's on the top left. Lens distortion correction, so it kind of like ensures that you don't get a kind of fisheye effect. Dynamic range mode. Okay, I'm just going to turn that on so that the quality is better. Rotate the image. It's used if you're hanging the camera upside down. Night vision settings. Okay, full color with low light. Maybe I just turn the camera towards me, so you can actually see how good the night vision under low light conditions is like. Okay, so okay, you can see the back. Everything is well lit. Okay, so I'm just going to turn off like most of the things. Okay. Just turn off all my other lights. From my main camera, I can't see anything anymore. So from the Xiaomi cam, everything is still pretty lit. Okay, I can even go ahead and switch on one more light. What is left? No light left. Okay, there's one more light that's just on the camera itself. That lights just to show the camera itself. Okay, it's very small LED light. And other than that, there's this background lampshade that's behind me. So I can in fact just turn on all the lights. Almost pitch black. So the main camera you can't see a single shade, but this Xiaomi cam you can still see like crystal clear. So of course you can see everything behind is quite dimly lit. I can also just do a quick pan. Okay, now the infrared mode is turned on because it's way too dark already. Okay, let me just turn back on the lights. Okay, let me just human tracking. So basically when it's turned on, right, this camera just follows whatever movement it sees. Although it says human tracking, but actually it's more motion tracking, I feel. The camera is just a one-time initialization when you first set up the home monitoring. Okay, this function supposedly allows you to receive notifications, alert based on the time that you set. It can be 24 hours if you want. You can control the sensitivity. You can set time alerts, so that in between, if there are other movements, you will just ignore it. So you can send you notifications, whether it's person detected, when baby cries. For those who like to store footages in the nest, I think good news, you can store it. Photo album allows you to take a picture. AI settings. Facial recognition. It's a paid feature and you need to pay a subscription to actually use it. I'll come to that later in a while. For those who wants to buy a Bluetooth gateway, good news, this thing comes with it. So as you can see, I actually have a plant monitor. Automation. Apparently it only supports motion detected. And what can you ask the camera to do upon whatever trigger that happened? Very limited as well. All this is got I don't know how to pronounce this. It's just to hide the camera. Not very useful. For the main screen itself, right, the first button being the obstruction mode, hiding the lens. Let me just point the camera to you guys. Second one is actually second one is actually to listen to whatever the camera is recording. Third, just taking a picture, just taking a snapshot. Fourth, making a quick video clip, and then you just save it to your gallery. The other option, changing between the picture quality, 2K or even lower, set it to full screen mode. Just gonna turn it back. The bottom menu buttons, monitoring. I think we went through that just now, right? So basically, this is actually the list of motions that were supposedly detected. Time to time, it just happens. So just load something that's super long and then super annoying. There's a timeline view here, which is color coded, which allows you to know type of actions, type of trigger that happened. Movement detected, motion detected, or babies crying. It's like a filter. Or playback videos. So basically you can just it's a different way for you to access the video. The good thing about this this Xiaomi playback of the videos, right, it's not slow. Probably because it's loading from the SD card inside here. Facial recognition is not free. I purchased it. And this option would prompt you to a payment, and the payment is through iTunes. I did a 1 month subscription for about almost 10 Sing dollars, and just decided to just try it out. And along with this facial recognition, it comes together with the cloud storage. Basically, it just comes together in a bundle. There's this call button at the bottom, right? So it's more like an intercom, I think. So when you tap on it, just transmit the voice over, and you can have a two-way intercom. Facial recognition. Something that you need to pay to use, and I was so disappointed that this facial recognition is crap. It doesn't work at all. I've spent almost a week figuring out why it doesn't work, and I still couldn't figure out why. You're just supposed to take a picture. It's as simple as that, actually. You can add in as many faces as you want. I tried different angles on my face, different lighting conditions. So basically these are supposedly registered faces. It's the monitoring itself, right? When it's turned on, it will recognize your face, try to match it against the database faces. So apparently, right, it doesn't work at all. For example, right, I'm coming back to this home surveillance, which is under the monitoring. If you turn it on, you will see the face detected, right? So no face is detected in the watch area. Let me just show you by rotating this. So even like your face is right in front, right? It will not be able to detect a single shit. In fact, many of the other triggers is also not working very well. So like for example, obviously there's motion in front of the camera now, and the time now is actually 10:30 PM. It will not be able to know that there's someone there. I have left it long enough, and it just doesn't work every time. Same for the person detection. So you see, like the camera has been on the entire day. The person detected the entire day is only since 8:30 this morning. There was a detection at about 8:14 earlier on. Night vision, the 2K capabilities is really good. So I can have a very, very clear streaming footage of whatever is going on at home at any time at my fingertips. And I can actually pinch a bit to zoom in, at least clearer on what's going on. Like some of those micro stuff that you can't really see. You have to have a high definition camera to be able to see up close. Other than that, the human tracking. I mean, it's not perfect, but it kind of does its job. I'm just worried that there's so many micro motor movements. Something's gonna wear out very soon, but I'm just gonna let it run like that throughout its life. Another problem I find this camera is blind spot as the lens moves down. So at this point of time, right, it's partially hidden. So that means you can't really let the camera look downward that much. Okay, if you're going to put it on the table, you're probably better off hanging upside down. The base plate of this camera does not come with a tripod screw. Okay, same with the base plate that comes with it. I intend to mount this on a tripod screw. Okay, the options now are just to put this on the table. Overall, camera does fine. Okay. As for the SR, I will still monitor it for a while, okay, since I have a 1-month subscription, and I'm going to write into the Xiaomi forum and see if there are other suggestions that the community can give me, or if you guys know the problem, maybe you can share with me as well. I hope I can get this FR and then I'll share with you guys the next video perhaps.